Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Melanin Private Practice Collective. My name is Jaylyn, and I'll be your host for today as we talk about different ways to use ChatGPT in your business. So, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Jessica Lynn. I am the founder of JLW Medical Management Consulting here in Boston, Massachusetts. Woo woo. And we help mental health providers build and scale their practice. But more importantly, we also help their patient populations access the resources they need. And guess what, friends? This is a valuable resource for you and your patients to take a hold of. So, we're going to dive right in. Today, we're going to be using the POE platform, POE, right? And we're going to give the POE platform some prompts, and you can get a sense of the type of content that can be produced. Now, one thing that I will say, we've been testing this platform now for maybe about 3 months, if not a little bit longer. And I have to say, I'm really impressed with it for a number of reasons. A, the accuracy, or at least the way that the AI produces the information is spot on. And because we've been using it for 3 months now, it has gotten to a point where it understands the type of questions that I ask and what I'm looking for, and it's automatically able to produce the things that I need. One of the downsides that I will say, so I like to create training outlines for different types of conversations that we have. And sometimes if I ask it, oh, produce a training on, let's say, health economics, right? It will produce an outline of health economics, but it won't produce the information that is needed to support the different topics. So it's very important that you guys understand that anything that ChatGPT produces, at least right now, from what we've seen, I can't speak for anybody else in their experience, is that don't just take things for what is produced, right? We've heard many experts in this field talk about the accuracy of the information that's being produced, but I encourage you to pay attention to keywords. Which words pop out at you the most, and jot them down. And once you're able to do that, and you'll see that on this platform, at least I hope it will behave today so that you can see it. Oftentimes, ChatGPT will produce other prompts that are related to the topic that you're looking to discuss. And it will allow you to be able to explore the platform in different ways, and the ways and start to see why it came up with those prompts based off what you put in. So definitely make sure you're jotting down keywords, but also making sure that you put out that you are researching on top of what the AI, what the ChatGPT puts out for you in terms of responses. Okay, so we're just going to dive right in. I'm going to do 3, maybe 4 different examples, and we're going to walk through why it's important, or why those examples were important, at least for this for this training. Okay. So if all of you can see, I have Chat GPT up. Now Poe gives me 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 platforms, although Dragonfly does say here that it has been deleted. So ultimately we have access to six prompts. And so what happens is, from here, I can choose any one of these tabs, and I can ask the system to produce information for me. So here, if I want to do a training on lifestyle, I'm going to ask ChatGPT to produce an outline for lifestyle training. Can you create an outline for me to follow to train patients ages 25 to 35 on developing a healthy lifestyle? And I'm going to hit submit, and ChatGPT does its thing. So for all my mental health counselors, if you just don't have time to sit there and write an outline, this is good for you. And as you notice here, I talked about earlier that you can see that it came up with 3 other additional prompts, right? And then here's an arrow that gives some other keyword recommendations of things that you can consider when asking or prompting ChatGPT. So we're going to go through this outline very quickly. I want you to notice that my question was create an outline for me to follow, right? I'm not asking it to create the training material. I'm asking it to create a guide that will help me to create that material. For patients ages 25 to 35, so, young adult, you're getting ready, prepare for the years to come, you're transitioning to your 30s, and you're developing a healthy lifestyle. What does that look like? So then, based off ChatGPT's response, it talks about an introduction, explain the importance of a healthy lifestyle, right? So again, we mentioned that going from 25 to 35, you're preparing. So importance was highlighted. Then it says discuss the benefits of a healthy lifestyle, improve physical health, mental health. Then it starts to break down into nutrition and exercise and sleep. And so, okay, I have this outline. It looks amazing. It gives me my talking points and what I should cover. Now, if I'm not too sure on the information that should be covered, right? Um, I need to, at the bare minimum, know my goals. And if you don't know your goals for why you're teaching this, or you can't put it into words about what it is you want your readers or your listeners to understand, then that's going to be challenging. Nobody's going to want to come to your training. So here you can put, hey, oh, I'm extra, so I put, hey, hey, can you tell me, let's do it like this. Can you tell me what kind of outcomes would, no, I want to change that. Can you tell me what are some goals my participants would aim to accomplish from this training? Okay. Then again, I'm hitting enter. You can't see that, but for the purpose of the video, because I didn't do it the last time, I'm going to hit the submit button here. And then it does its thing. So based off the prompt that I gave it, I said, can you tell me what are some goals my participants would aim to accomplish from this training? And it says, based off the information that I supplied, they could develop a better understanding of the importance of a healthy lifestyle. They can learn practical strategies for making healthy foods and recipes. And oh, by the way, I'm a big foodie, right? So when it comes to different recipes and stuff, chow, I love that they covered that. Then in this section, it talks about increased physical activity. Maybe you're someone that is trying to improve their weight, or maybe you just want to tone up, right? You got that big vacation coming and you just want to get right. Then this training is something that covering physical activity would be beneficial, right? Establish consistent sleep patterns. Okay, I don't even have to go there with y'all today. And then learning effective stress management. So these would be your goals, right? These would be the goals that your ideal listener or ideal reader would have. So then I want to say, well, what are the outcomes of this training? Like, what are people going to get from it? And ChatGPT will produce that for you. It will talk about improve physical health, talk about enhance mental health. The participant will have increased knowledge and understanding and improve efficacy, excuse me. And so, and then last but not least, can't forget this one, better quality of life. So this kind of training, the system has the ability to create your full training for you, your benefits, your outcomes, right? And then you would go and you would create how do I say this? A research in order to help, support your theories and give people references. Now, another source I want to show you. This was given to me by Mr. Youngblood off of Clubhouse. If you're not following him, I encourage you to follow him because he's just amazing at this stuff. So here is Perplexity, and what I like about Perplexity is that it gives you the cited resource for the information that's being produced. So in Poe, if you saw, we asked the bot to tell us what kind of training, give us an outline of a healthy lifestyle. We also asked it for the outcomes, and we also asked it for its goals. In Perplexity, we're going to ask the system to tell us where we can find reliable, relevant, trending resources for a healthy lifestyle. I should say for creating. All right, and then I push send or submit. And it does its things. So now you have actual cited sources for you to go and perform your research. So here you see nutrition.gov. Okay, listen, we all learned something new. I just learned about nutrition.gov. Super amazing. CDC Healthy Weight Nutrition is another cited source. Keep active and healthy to improve well-being and feel great. WHO recommendations. So you just get a whole bunch of cited resources to help you perform your research. And then what I love is down here at the bottom, you see these little tabs here. Every resource that you saw listed above is down here. So that's a beautiful thing. And as you saw with Poe, another great aspect of this is that you have other related topics that you could research to also help give more value and context to your messaging. So you may have, what are some reliable sources for healthy recipes and meal planning, where to find resources for mental health and stress management, and then how to find credible information on physical activity and exercise. So ChatGPT does not have to be this big, oh my God, I'm scared of technology. You can literally use it for reducing the amount of time that it would normally take you to create your content. When I tell you that content used to take me several hours, that I would have to carve out literally a full day worth of time just to be able to push content, meaning like create it, your goals for that quarter, you would, structure your content for what you're trying to achieve in that quarter, and then, actually post it, right? So this, as you saw, took less than 2 minutes. Less than 2 minutes. Now, granted, you're still going to have to factor in research time, right? Research is still important. With these cited sources, you already know where to go. I want to give you guys one other example. Let's start a new thread. I want to say, where can I find reliable sources for health economics and, let's see, improving the economy? All right. I love it. It's doing its thing. So remember the question I asked, where can I find reliable sources for health economics and improving the economy? And the first bullet point, CDC Public Health Economics, right? Health economics data, health economics review, OECD Health Statistics 2022, National Bureau of Economic Research, Community Health and Economic Prosperity. You learned this before. This is our cited sources. Okay. And here are some other related topics. What are some reputable journals for health economics research? Are there any government agencies that provide health economic data? And then what are some academic institutions that specialize in health economics? I'm going to do one more for you. I'm going to throw in a bonus one. Where, please excuse my spelling errors, where can I find some data on mental health access and innovative programs to combat this crisis? We gave it a challenging one. Let's see what it does. Doom, 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 doom. Oh, all right. So, again, the question was where can I find some data on mental health access and innovative programs to combat the mental health crisis or combat this crisis? SAMHSA was the very first resource that it populated. Then you have the NIMH. I think that's National Institute of Mental Health. Don't quote me on that. Oh, look. If I had actually read it, literally right here, it says National Institute of Mental Health. White House fact sheets, super dope. World Health Organization Mental Health, and Commonwealth Fund, and top 10 innovations in mental health. I like that. I'm gonna have to use that. And as again stated, you see your cited sources below, and then you have 3 additional prompts that you, depending on what you're looking for specifically, may be beneficial, may not. I always encourage you, even if it's not a part of your research, like in that moment, to still look at them because you never know what their websites have in terms of information that can link you to what you're looking for. As an example, in 2020, when we were launching the Massachusetts Provider Extension Program, we were looking for people, partners, and sponsors at that time who were very big on innovative programs and creating access. So, a lot of the sources that we found, we would always go to the bottom of the page, depending on where they would put it, and we would see who has sponsored them in the past. And based off who has sponsored them and the types of programs in which they created or had sponsored, we would, reach out and ask for them to sponsor different events that we were doing. So even though these prompts are not specific to what you're looking for, still click them because again, you just never know what cited resources are there to help you in your research. So that's it for now, friends. This was fun. I had a great time, not a good time, a great time, not a long time, walking through ChatGPT with you. And stay tuned for more video trainings on this. We are definitely going to be going deeper with this to help you guys find more efficient, safe ways to utilize these programs. Last but not least, and I have to say this, please read the terms and conditions of every single platform. You need to be aware of what you are giving permission to when it comes to utilizing them and what you're giving up by using these programs. I cannot stress this enough. I won't say which platform it is, but learning that certain platforms read your emails is a huge problem, especially because we are in healthcare. So you still have to comply with HIPAA laws until laws have been adjusted, regulations have been adjusted. You need to get with your risk management team and your attorney, and you need to find a way to utilize these platforms in a safe way without compromising patient data. So I just want to throw that out there. I'm not an attorney yet, so I cannot give you legal advice, but you do need to follow up with an attorney, have them review the terms and conditions, and make sure that you are protecting your practice at all costs. This was great. I enjoyed this, and we will see you next time. Bye for now.